Okay, you seem to be okay now. Right, guys, welcome to the live today. It is your boy Sean and Sam here talking about Amazon FBA. Do you like that intro, Sam?
I did like that intro.
How you doing, Sam? How's your day been?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, pretty tired, but pretty good. Had a late one last night, but yeah, going to have a lot of those in the coming weeks, so got to get used to it.
I was going to say, yeah, you better get used to that, mate, 'cause it's going to be happening more and more.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to
How's
sort TikTok out. I can't add you.
Let me try and add you. No, it says your name is blank. I can't add you.
All right, let me figure this out. It's saying I can't. I've never shown this before.
Mo, welcome to the live. MHT, welcome to the live. Sam and I are going to go live together. We're just, for some reason, TikTok isn't allowing us to add each other into the call. So just give us one moment whilst we sort that. Let us know where you're watching from today. You having a good day so far, guys?
It's now doubled me up on TikTok. So let me try that again. So I've mirrored my... no, I'm off now because it mirrored my video for some reason. Oh, why has it done that?
God, every time we go live, there's always it's always a pain. Every single time we go live, but at least we got the
why.
pain.
Now, why do they change it?
No idea. Yeah, no idea.
Like it works, and then change something, and it doesn't work. So what have you done?
Whilst we're waiting on Sam, I'll give you guys some updates. So we are officially moving over all the remaining bits from our prep center to the new warehouse. Very exciting. Reese and Cal are going to be there the whole weekend. I wish I was there. I'm very sad that I'm not going to be there. I'm really sad I'm not going to be there, actually, but it just doesn't work with me right now because of life stuff going on. And we have just hired a group of virtual assistants. A group of virtual assistants all passed our training batch really successfully. I think it was 5 of them, and now we have 2 virtual assistants left who are looking for jobs. So if anyone is looking to hire a VA, let us know. We have some very high skilled ones who have just passed. Sammy boy, Mode Hussein, hi, welcome to you, sir. How are you doing today? Sammy boy has interesting Amazon updates, which I don't know if he's going to be talking about on this call. Or are you going to wait until it's all good?
I'm going to wait until it's all sorted out, but my my TikTok's a bit of a mess at the minute, so I'm just trying to figure that out. I am live, and let me just add you, and then we can just get started. I can figure it out in the background.
Sounds good. That was a really bad time for that to echo.
Now, where's that gone?
Elliot, how are you today, my friend? Kirill, welcome to the live.
Elliot, how you doing, mate? Good to see you on here again.
So yeah, Sam has an interesting Amazon update, which we had a live call about yesterday. You did it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a live call in the group about it yesterday, which was good. Every live call was pretty good. So yeah, I gave everyone an update, and hopefully I'll have a bit of an update. It should be today. They're taking ages. Like the last few days, they've been sending me emails every like 5 hours or so, just saying we're still looking into it. We'll update you as soon as we can. But I haven't had anything for like, I don't know, most of yesterday and all of today. I've not had any emails, so I'm not really sure what's going on. It doesn't fill me with confidence.
Right, I'm going to respond to that separately in a bit. Okay, cool. So we won't talk in this call about what it's about, but when it's all sorted, we will. So I was saying at the start of the live, we are officially moving all of our stuff over from the prep center this weekend. Really excited for that. And I just dropped my phone. And to be honest with you, it's been so busy. There's so much going on. I can't even think off the top of my head what else is happening. You got any updates?
Not really. The course is still coming. Obviously, my fault with that, and that's taken a little longer than planned. So hopefully next week I can get that finalised, and then that will come out pretty soon. Obviously, like you mentioned, you've got the new VAs ready to go. Prep centres almost sorted, and that's it for the most part. I think. I don't think there's anything else, is there?
No, I don't think
Everything's
so.
ticking along as business as usual.
We've had quite a few people join the mentorship recently, which has been really cool to see. Lots of friendly new faces. Very excited to get stuck in. A lot of new beginners, which is really cool. I don't think there's anything else. We're updating our landing pages. Our landing pages don't have half of the testimonials and reviews that we have, so we're going to be updating those soon. And to be honest with you guys, we've been in build mode for years. Like, we've been building everything for years. I'm really excited to be past that phase and just focus on marketing, working with clients, working on our own Amazon businesses. Sam and I want to develop a lot of brand direct stuff in the background, which I'm really excited to get started on. I've just been so busy with the looming baby and with SellerSmart. But we should be hiring a virtual assistant for that in the coming few weeks, which will be good. And I'm probably not going to hire anyone unless they're very experienced with using AI, because that's the way it's going. If you're going to go into brand direct, you absolutely need to utilize AI.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I think you need to utilize AI, and I think everyone needs to be utilizing AI. To be honest with you, because I just think it's so important. Like, I was speaking to my missus the other day, and she uses it a lot for loads of things, and she knows so many like of her friends and people like that who are just so against it. And I just think, like, why are you against it? Like, what's if you're against it, you're just going to fall behind massively. And I just think it's silly. Like, it's not going anywhere, and if anything, it's just going to get more and more used in day-to-day life. So I think you need to learn it, and you need to get on board with that. Otherwise, you will fall behind.
I actually saw a YouTube comment the other day saying AI has zero value and it's completely overhyped, and I was like, that is a mentally defective person right there.
I have got so much value out of AI. It's a joke. So that is complete nonsense.
Elliot, mate, you said, do you need to be wary of you find a lead that's really accessible and easy to find when you find? Yeah, typical rule of thumb, if the lead is really easy to find, probably other people are going to find it. If you were early on to catching the lead, you can still capitalize on it, but it's very hard to tell if you found the lead early or not, unless, of course, you got like email newsletter updates about it or something. But typically, if the lead was really easy to find, I would go a lot less deep on the product because it has the potential to be more risky. You got a process for that, Sam, or do you not care because you can just hold?
Sorry, I got an email from Amazon and I thought it was the email I wanted. So do you need to be wary about buying from, was it
leads that are really easy to find?
Yeah, you definitely need to be wary of it. Like, I guess, like, how do you determine if the lead is easy to find? Like, is it easy to find for you, or like what have you, like, what's made you decide that this lead is an easy to find lead? But yeah, you do need to be careful. And I think like, it depends on the price point a lot of the time as well. I find the cheaper the product, the less inclined I'm actually wanting to buy it, because I find the cheaper stuff always ends up going a lot worse than the more expensive stuff. Especially like a lot of newbies and people who don't really know what they're doing. They quite like buying the cheap low hanging fruit, because for them, if they're buying 10 units and they're spending 50, 60 quid, it doesn't really matter too much. Whereas if the cog is a bit more expensive, they're going to be very reluctant to risk and spend the money on it. So you kind of avoid those types of people. So again, that makes a play in it. And it's all something you need to analyze, and you need to figure that out into your sort of sourcing criteria. So if you think it's easy to source, does it sell quick enough to then warrant additional sellers coming on listing? Does it is the ROI good enough? So if the price was to drop a little bit, can you afford to can you afford to hold? Or not even can you afford to hold? If the price drops a little bit, can you afford to? Is there like room in your ROI so you can actually afford to drop the price slightly and still make profit? So there's lots of different things to figure out really.
Brandon said SellerSmart's brand scan software is amazing. Thank you very much, my friend. I really appreciate that comment. How are you today, mate? How's life? Jay said the baby is hanging in there, Sean. Yeah, to be honest, I was at the hospital all morning. I've just gotten back, and we're actually going to get an induction on Saturday because my partner's been contracting for a week. She's in a lot of pain and she isn't sleeping, so they've said that's enough for them to induce on week 39, which is in exactly 2 days. So as of today, I'm going to finish my day today. I'll probably sign off today, be off tomorrow. I haven't told anyone in the team yet this, but Milena, who's a marketer that's been helping us for a long time, she's my partner's sister. She's actually here in Bristol now, Sam. So known her for 5 years. Yeah, known her for 5 years. Only just met her. She's been staying at our house. So really excited to take the time off. And yeah, the baby will be here hopefully Saturday or Sunday. So really excited. Thank you.
You actually met her before then?
No, because she was in Venezuela, and then when she was in Venezuela, she went to Portugal. When Rosita went to visit in Portugal, I couldn't because of work. So 5 years of talking pretty much every day, and we only just met a couple of days ago in real life.
Okay, nice. She helped us before with when we first started, didn't she?
Yeah, she's a really good marketer. And you know what, Sam, I actually was going to tell you and I need to have a call about her, by the way, because she's shown me a few things that she's been doing for marketing and they're really good, like really time saving. So I'll have a chat with you guys about that.
Sounds good.
Elliot said the lead is at a major retailer and it's really profitable with no coupons or cashback. Sounds like you can make it even more profitable with coupons, cashback, NHS discount, student discount, but it does sound like it will become competitive. So maybe buy a few units, capitalize on it, make sure that you get it as cheap as you possibly can, because other people won't. Other people won't be using discount gift cards and things like that. So even if they tank the listing, you should be able to go cheaper than them. And yeah, just proceed with caution. If you found a lead, go for it. Just don't go too hard if it's a major retailer and it was really easy to find.
Yeah, 100%. I think especially like when starting out, you want to go as wide as possible. Wide, not deep, is super important. So if you do think it could go that way, just buy a few units and just try and get in and out as quickly as possible. That's what I would always say.
I feel like there's a Michael Scott. That's what she said there.
Office is so good.
It's so funny. Jay said, where did the chat go? Oh, mate, it's Scott. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. The chat's just jumped and I've lost all the messages. All right, here we go. Jay said, as a newbie, if I find a good lead but gated, is it best to move on or buy and try to get ungated and wait? Yeah, there's a couple of approaches you could take with that. You could try to get ungated with the invoice of purchasing it, or you could find the cheapest product within that brand, buy that instead, and then try to get ungated with that. Obviously, you run the risk of losing the lead. The lead might come out of offer. So some people might buy the lead and then try to get ungated in something else or with that lead. Other people would risk it and buy the cheaper product and try to get ungated with that. It's kind of up to your risk tolerance. It's up to your capital, how much you have. Sam, you're more in the know with Jay's circumstance. What would you say to him, for him specifically in this situation?
So it very much depends on what the brand is and how many units you need to get ungated. What I would do, Jay, any brands, and when you're sourcing, any brands you come across or any leads you come across which is profitable and you'd like, send over to me and I'll have a look. And then if it's gated, let me know if it's 10 unit ungate or 100 unit ungate, because that's going to play a big part in it. There's going to be some brands which are just not worth getting ungated, like Jellycat, for example. It is a good brand, but the ungate is 100 units and it's going to cost you like $2,000 or something, which is just going to be super expensive. And I would say it's just not worth it. Like, it's going to take you so many years to actually recoup that that $2,000 back, and I just don't think it's worth the ungate. And you're going to get some really random, obscure brands which you might find a deal on, but in reality, like, how often you're actually going to sell that brand, and it's probably not worth the investment of actually getting it ungated. So there's a lot. There's a few different things you need to consider. But for you, Jay, message me whenever you find a profitable lead. I'll review it and I'll let you know if it's worth getting ungated or not.
Brandon said, doing 1 hour, 10-minute walk in 50 minutes to my next shift to get those steps in. Right. So Brandon is a fitness freak, right? Just like me. I'm really into it. In our mentorship, we are going to be introducing more channels outside of just Amazon. We're going to be exploring other e-commerce platforms as well. We actually have a Whoop community in our mentorship, and we really encourage each other to be healthy, look after ourselves, be as optimal as we can be to be the best business owners we can be. And that's a really good way to lose weight if anyone out there is trying. Walking, super, super underrated. Brandon also said, you're going to be a father, Shockface. Yes, I am. I'm very excited. I was about to make a very dirty joke about a Latina expression, but I won't do that today because this is a business channel. But yes, I am to be a father soon. And no, I was going to say it, but I'm not going to. But yes, do you do wholesale? Yes, my friend. We do Amazon FBA, arbitrage, and wholesale. In our mentorship, we have an authorized distributor relationship, and we will be bringing more relationships into the server. Sam and I in the background are working on some brand direct stuff, again, to bring it into our mentorship. The most success I've had has been from a wholesale lead, although, actually saying that, EU8A was really, really damn good. So maybe not. Sam is primarily OA A to A, but is dabbling more into wholesale. I just realized you don't have your image on the screen, Sam.
No, because it wouldn't let me. I was faffing about trying to get it sorted, and when I went live, it said we cannot show this image or something. So when I got more time, I need to have a look and see what's going on with it. I don't want to faff for too long.
Yeah, fair enough. Siddhar, I asked that question. Yes, mate, excited for you. Thank you very much, Jay. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Honestly, like we're really, really lucky. We have the best community in the space, and I really sincerely mean that. The community we have is so supportive, and you guys are absolutely incredible. I love working. Like, there's quite a few people in our live call right now that are in our mentorship, and you're all amazing to work with. So yeah, thank you very much. That's very kind of you, my friend. Bietz, what's up? Gojo, join their Discord. Yeah, 100%. What do you think about lead groups? Yeah, we're kind of opinionated with that, to be honest. There's a huge misconception that Amazon is oversaturated and doesn't work. And whenever we talk to people, every single beginner who tries it and fails says they were buying leads from a lead providing group. And, you got 100 eyeballs looking at the same leads. Everyone buys the same stuff, and then they tank, and then people wonder why it doesn't work. We believe in teaching you how to fish. We believe in teaching you the skills so you can find your own leads and not rely on lead service providing groups. Amazon is a great side hustle, but it is a proper business. And if your business is completely reliant on a lead service providing group, it's not really a proper business. It's not really stable. Even if it does work, there is inherent instability to it because they could increase their prices, they could go under, they could go out of business. But most of them, in our experience, don't work. We have people in our free Discord community who spend quite a lot of money per month to be in lead service providing groups just so they know what not to buy. If a lead they want to buy pops up in that group, they know to avoid it because it will tank.
Yeah, lead service groups are not what you want at all. I just don't think they're any good. Like, yeah, they're going to come across like a few bangers now and again, which is going to be good, but they certainly don't outweigh the absolute crap they send out most of the time. So I would avoid. There's one guy in the group who's been buying leads from a lead group for ages, and we sort of did a review of all the stock, and it's just so obvious what he's bought from a lead and what he hasn't. What he's bought from a lead group and what he hasn't. They're just not worth it. There's no point, and it's kind of like they're very counter. productive, to be honest with you. Like all these lead groups and everything are all saying, "Oh, we'll help you scale, grow your Amazon business, give you leads and stuff." But if anything, you're doing the opposite. Like, yeah, some of the advice and stuff is pretty good, but then when you're just pumping them full of leads and everyone's buying them, like unless you want to hold for a lifetime, there's just not really much benefit to it. So yeah, I tend to avoid. You want to stick to doing it all yourself manually, really.
BX, have you asked Zach about that? 99% sure all sellers are against it. Yes. Just want to see what these guys think. Brandon, congratulations. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Brandon, we were actually talking about this a little while back. I don't know if you remember that. Jay, perfect. Going to discuss in our call anyway to get going. One-to-one mentor is amazing, guys. Get on it. Really appreciate that, Jay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, that's really, really kind of you to say. We work very hard with everyone that puts their faith in us. Sam and I were actually gushing yesterday because we had multiple conversations with people who said they've been talking to loads of different mentors, and we come across very professional and actually helpful, which is really pleasing for us to hear because we do genuinely care. We put a lot of time and effort into it. We are selective with who we work with, and because of that, we've cultivated a really amazing mentorship community. So, yeah, if you are interested, let us know. We can schedule a call.
And I think like we don't sell a dream either. We're not flashy. We don't say, look, you can get this brand new BMW in 2 months. But yeah, it's not flashy. We're just very real about it, and I guess people can relate to us a bit more. We tell it how it is. We're very honest, and there's no sort of like beating around the bush and trying to fluff it up.
Oh, I just realised my camera disconnected. Give me one second.
It's gone.
What does the YouTube comment mean? So every bean in Aryan Brothers. What on earth does that mean?
No idea. I kind of just ignored it. Like most YouTube comments seem to be gibberish.
I swear YouTube Shorts is full of a bunch of like spanners, isn't it?
Yeah.
The weirdest people coming from there.
Playing it nicely.
Yeah, I had another word that I was going to use, but again, I thought professionalism. Brandon said, had to get those steps low. I ate 1,500 calories for breakfast. Mate, I swear, do you think you're too lean at the moment? Because you are one hungry man, and that usually happens when you're a bit lower body fat percentage than maybe your baseline likes to be. You're very lean. You're very lean.
Your camera's gone again, mate. Lumol965 said, does your VA mostly storefront? I wouldn't say mostly. Like I can go through it now and see what they've done recently. So okay, I say they don't mostly, but looks like they have, to be honest. So I've got 2 VAs. Today they both finished work. One of them spent 3 hours manual sourcing, 5 hours doing storefront, and then an hour doing keeper deals and sort of deal sites. My other VA did 6 hours. 5 hours storefront sourcing, and then they did an hour manual, an hour keeper product finder, and an hour keeper deals. So I would say, yeah, based on today. But then looking at like the other days, they probably spend maybe like on average, probably like 3 hours a day, both of them doing storefront sourcing. And they do tend to find stuff. So look, everyone knocks storefront sourcing, but I don't really think it's that bad. It's all just how you do it. And yeah, it depends how you do it, to be honest with you. There's good ways to do it and there's bad ways to do it. But yeah, my VAs don't do too badly with that. I don't know what's going on with Sean, but if anyone's got any questions on my live, then feel free to send them over while Sean sorts himself out. Normally it's me with the tech issues.
For some reason, it's not detecting my camera. Can you still hear me though?
I can hear you. Yeah, I just can't see you.
Okay, I'll play with it in a sec.
Okay.
Halima, good luck with the induction and congratulations for the new baby. I really appreciate you, Halima. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're very excited. as you can imagine, my partner's not exactly looking forward to having a balloon put inside her for 12 hours, but you got to do what you got to do. Elliot, do you know if you can get a B&Q invoice if you use B&Q online card? I think so, right? B&Q does invoices.
Yeah, B&Q do invoices.
Haven't bought them from them for so long, I couldn't remember.
No, someone in the mentorship bought on yesterday, and he showed me the invoice, and the invoice was good.
Have you heard of SS Uni? Have you guys heard of SS Uni FBA Course B? Yes, that is Zach. Is he comfortable with us saying?
I guess so.
Should I maybe ask him before I say anything further?
No, just do it.
You sure? Hey, there we go. There's my camera.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll just say yes. Yes, we know Zach. Yes, we know Zach. Sure. I don't want to be a dick if he doesn't want.
We can ask him.
Yeah.
So low Lumol 965. So are you mainly A2A or OA? Yeah, so a bit of both. It's probably like 50-50. There's not really. It's not like a metric I check massively, but based on what I purchase, it tends to be 50-50. This month has probably been. Well, yeah, it's been like 90% OA. Not much A2A, but as a whole, it tends to be good 50-50. And then it says, and how do you get the right prices on Gillette products, for example? Is it timing or would the deal be expired? I wonder why you use Gillette as like an example. I think it doesn't really matter what the brand is or what the product is. It's all timing. How to get good products is all based on time. Is the sale on at the right time? Can you get discount codes? Can you is there offers? Like, it's all timing. It doesn't really matter what the brand or what the product is. Like, I wouldn't like target Gillette specifically. I know you've obviously used that as an example, but I wouldn't target any brands specifically. You just buy whatever's profitable, whatever's good. Like, whatever you find, if it's profitable, buy it. Don't just try and go super niche and just want to buy this one particular brand, because it's just gonna be painful. I think if you're going for the wholesale route, then it's a bit more of a strategy to play by. But for OA, you want to buy anything and everything. Whatever's profitable, buy it. You shouldn't care too much.
Elliot said, I know what you guys mean. It's crazy. I told Reese about it in the call, and he told me, yeah, I don't want to be I don't want to overstep. We've got a good relationship with Zach, so if he's not comfortable, I'll wait. But yeah, nice guy, Zach. I haven't messaged him for a while, actually. I need to drop him a message. There's a few Amazon creators out there that we like.
Yeah, Zach's nice to meet one of them.
Elliot said, highly recommend joining Zach's. I want to join Stellar Smart's mentorship, to which I said, bruh, join our mentorship.
Yeah, join ours over Zach's. And there's reasons for that.
To have two different perspectives. That's very true. Like every person has different takes on how to do things. One of the, I'll just say, I really like Zach, and there's a couple of other people who have mentorships that I really rate. The one perspective that you get with us, no one offers a mentorship like ours. And when I say no one, I mean literally not a single person in the UK offers a mentorship like ours. You have an entire team of people working with you for 6 months. You get free access to our software that we've been developing over 2 years. You get unlimited access to the Auto Ungator tool that we've developed. We're the only company in the world that's developed a tool like that. You get course access when you join the mentorship. We have a 50K guarantee that we'll keep working with you until you hit 50K. Every single live call is recorded, and you get access to every single historically recorded call. We get guest speakers in. So we've had a couple of guest speakers who do 4 million a year. They shared their value on what they do. We have wholesale distribution relationships, and very soon we'll be bringing in brand direct relationships as well. So There is no other mentorship like ours, and we work very hard on it. And the validation we've had is from our mentees. We're closing in on 170 positive reviews with no negatives, and everyone leaving our mentorship gives us a 5-star and a very nice testimonial, which is not actually on our landing. A lot of them aren't actually on our landing pages right now, so I'm just waiting on Reese to get them added. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of reasons to pick us. Do you mind saying who else is trustworthy in the Amazon space? I've been trying to watch as many as possible, people as possible, but only SS Uni and Seller Smart seem legit. I'm not going to publicly promote other people. You can imagine we're on these lives today to cultivate our audience, so I'm not going to promote other people for free. But they're out there. You just got to be very careful, because I would say with every one good mentor, there's about 5 bad ones. And the rest, and it's pretty easy to pick them out of the crowd, to be honest. It's the people who are standing in front of flashy cars and on TikTok live all day, and like you can't help but to think, if you're on live all day, are you actually operating a business model? Because we would love to go live more often, but we're too busy running our business. It's the people that yeah, maybe not actually, but yeah, the people who are saying, I've seen people say that you can start with £300 and you can make 10k within 3 months. That's frustrating how much of a load of nonsense that is. So just be very careful with who you trust.
It's the people who it's trying to sell you a dream and sell the flashy lifestyle. There's definitely something to be careful of. And Terry said it, but we don't get videos of you driving Lamborghinis in Dubai. No, we don't, because again, that is not realistic. That is the flashy lifestyle we're talking about.
Yeah, and like the bit of feedback we get all the time, the demographics of people we're trying to bring in, we're all. Well, I'm not going to say a specific number because I don't want to alienate anyone, but a lot of feedback we get is people like the fact that we don't flash all that flashy stuff on social media. And, we're not young 20-year-old lads just trying to chase fast cash. We have built a proper business. We want you guys to go in with realistic expectations. We see Amazon as a lifestyle business where if you want to scale it to the moon, you can. But for most people, matching your salary or adding double to your salary is going to be life-changing. That's the message that we want to get across. And obviously people scale it past that point, but saying to people you're gonna make millions in your first year, so many people can't connect with that because it feels completely unrealistic. And with Amazon, it is for most people, unless you're starting with an excessively high amount of capital. Making $1 million in your first year is just not going to happen. You shouldn't see it that way. And we try to be very transparent with the reality of it. The reality is you can make really good money, but it's very hard work. And it's probably one of the best side hustles to do alongside a career job.
Yeah, I would definitely agree.
Jackster04, how can I find out more about Jack? We can jump on a call if you like. I've given you a follow. I've given you a follow back. Jay or Maria in our team might be in the background managing our DMs. So if you drop us a message, we can only message each other if we follow each other, and we can jump in a call and have a chat. We've got loads of free resources. We've got a free Discord community, free course, purchase tracking sheet, auto ungate checklist, discount gift card portal. We've got group coaching. We've got one-to-one coaching. We've got the software waitlist, which you can use our software if you're in our mentorship. We've got a prep center. We've got virtual assistant recruitment. We have an account recovery expert in our team. We are the only company in the UK that has an entire ecosystem built in-house for you guys. So a bit of a unicorn of a company, which I'm going to start using that in marketing a lot more frequently recently, because a lot of the people in our community have been asking me why we don't promote our ecosystem more. And it's funny because Sam, you and I, we say it like every live, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We feel like we that's all we talk about, but people still don't still don't know about it.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. It took us over 2 years to build our company. We worked basically for free for a year whilst we built all the services. And now because of that, we're very lucky to say that we've got very good reviews from all of our services, because Reese, one of the owners of the company, Reese is an absolute genius when it comes to back-end automations. So all of our workflows are really, really high level and technical. I come from a tech support background. I used to work at Microsoft. Customer service was really, really important. So our customer service as a company, we really aspire to have the best customer service, because I really deeply care about that. I want everyone who works with us to be very happy that they've decided to do that. Sammy Boy here has been a big seller on Amazon in the UK space for about 5 years now. Usually has his sales results up above on TikTok, but it wasn't letting him post them today. But Sam, you gave me coaching. Was it probably like 3 years ago, something like that?
It would have been, like 3 years ago now, which is quite a while ago. And then there was, and then that's how we obviously met each other. And then we, sort of grew from there, really. I think you said to me towards the end, you said you should really do something together and work together in the future. And then, it was about like a year later, you then approached me again.
Yeah. And it just goes to show, guys, networking as a business owner, even if you're treating this as a side hustle, networking is one of the best things you can do. And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know, back then it was like, man, I really want to be in the circles of big sellers. And it's very cool to say that we've kind of created those circles now, haven't we? We've created the community of bringing those people together, which is very cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Where can I find out more? What's a realistic 3 to 6 month plan with 5K starting? Jack, really good question. So I was on 2 sales calls with people yesterday who were talking to us about our mentorship. I won't be able to screen share because I'm on 2 different platforms. In our beginners chat, in our free Discord community, if you go to the pinned messages, or if you Control F and search prompt, we have a prompt that you can put into Claude, and it will help you forecast your 12 months on Amazon. So you basically say into AI, you say, I'm an Amazon FBA seller. I'm starting with 5K capital. I want to reinvest all the profit I make. I'm going to recycle my cash flow every 4 to 6 weeks, whatever it is. I have £100 of fixed expenses every month, maybe 200. You have to put whatever it is for you. If I add, let's say I added in an extra 500 per month on top of that, what does my financial status look like over a 12-month period? And for me, it was a very realistic forecast, because I think if you started with £1,000, your end of year capital would be 55, and your realized profit would be around the 47 to 50K mark in profit in your first year. For me, that was very realistic. I lost my job at Microsoft on a £46,000 a year salary. And in my first year, I was able to replace that on gross profit with Amazon. Where I lost money was pursuing everything else. Everything else was the thing that cost me money. But you live and you learn.
Shiny object syndrome.
Yeah, and I still battle with that today. I have to be very conscious.
No.
Like, someone the other day was trying to get me into YouTube automation, and I was like, mate, seriously, no, I do not have time to do anything.
You constantly coming to us with different ideas about all sorts. Every week, it's like Sean's got a new idea.
Yeah, that's how my brain works. I'm an ideas guy. Elliot, 100 unit ungate for human indigestible is £56 right now. Decided to go for it. Do you get Microsoft shares when you joined? Elliot, you mentioned that on the last live, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
That definitely rings a bell, that comment. Unless he's buzzing with it.
I think he was talking about maybe buying it, whereas
okay.
It's good. It's £56 for that as an ungate is pretty decent. When I joined Microsoft, so when the thing I did at Microsoft was M365 SME tech support. So I don't know if you guys know, like SharePoint, OneDrive, Teams, all of that. That's all Microsoft 365. We worked with SMEs and we did their tech support. And Microsoft ran that program with partnership programs around the world. So you didn't get shares, unfortunately, but we got, the salary I was on at the time was really good money. Because of inflation, it's not as exciting anymore. But I was a senior manager Was the fastest person promoted at the company. Really loved my job, really loved who I worked with. We worked with Americans and Canadians, and we were one of the highest performing partners, but they closed the program globally. So 17,000 people lost their jobs. That's how I got into Amazon FBA. And it was literally the best thing that's ever happened to me. A redundancy, losing a career job, ended up being the best thing that's ever happened to me.
17,000 redundancies is huge.
Yeah, and they were offshoring to India, but they also announced their integration with OpenAI. So I do believe we were one of the first people to lose their jobs to AI automations and offshoring. Offshoring and AI is coming for a lot of people these days, but I was ahead of the game.
Yeah, that's it. It does sound like it.
Jackster, why is Amazon FBA the best business model? Okay, whether it's the best business model or not, that is arguable. I don't think I would argue that. I think it's the best business model to do alongside a career job, in my opinion. If you're going to do online selling physical products, Amazon is the best because it has the highest consumer traffic in the world. The sales velocity on Amazon is unmatched to anything else. What TikTok Shop does in a year, Amazon does twice that per quarter. So it just goes to show how much is sold on Amazon. It has the highest consumer trust in the world, and we get to sell on the largest marketplace in the world without ever seeing or touching the stock. So that's why it's so good to do alongside a full-time job. You can't do this from day one, but over time, you can get to a point where you're like Sam. Sam does 2 million a year and he works maybe 10 to 15 hours a week on his Amazon business. You have to build that over time, but you can get to that point.
Preach.
Elliot, share the lead. Yeah, I was going to buy it now on deal, so decided to do it now. Yeah, fair play. Get it while it's cheaper. Definitely a good idea.
Yeah, 50 quid. That's pretty good price.
Yeah, Elliot's lead that he's talking about, I actually gave him in the DMs in Discord. It's one of the leads from our mentorship. Elliot's in these lives. Elliot's in these lives all the time. So I wanted to say thank you for supporting the growth, asking questions, engaging. We really appreciate people who help us grow our business, which I just realized we've not been using our clickers. So I'm going to set that up. Why is it so low then? That's weird.
Don't know. He's going for it.
Interesting. I'm gonna set that up now. Yeah, guys, if you get any value from the live, give us tap us a like, give us a follow. Really helps us grow our business. Whilst hopefully we help you guys grow yours. That's the plan. Jack said, check your DM, bro. Elliot said, will do. Do we have any questions on the YouTube side? We've got.
No, not really.
Every day said, Alts, thank you. I don't know what that was regarding, though.
No idea. I saw it come through, but it didn't seem relevant to whatever we're talking about, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think I was the same. I just kind of ignored it.
Yeah, like with most YouTube comments.
Yeah. Jack, I have given you a follow. I definitely want to have a chat with you after this call. I don't know if Elliot's going to tell you. I'll tell you what, I'll not put my foot in hot water with that.
I think your sound's gone, mate. You've muted yourself. Gosh, Sean with the tech issues today. Still can't hear you, mate.
Hopefully that's better.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, back in the room.
I spent so much money on this soundboard and it bloody freezes all the time.
You need to get a new one, mate. You've been having issues with that soundboard for as long as I've known you.
I'll be honest with you. It might be this broken cable and I just have been too lazy and I haven't tested. I need to test another cable. Right, Sam, you were going to come up with a live talking point. you know, we talk about the same topics a lot in these lives. What new topic can we talk about? What's something that we haven't mentioned before? Putting you on the spot, I know. Got something a bit more advanced that we could go over? All right, I'll tell you what.
I can tell you what I'm doing right now, which I guess it's relevant. Is so we had a call yesterday in the mentorship about account health and IPI score, and my in-stock rate is terrible. My in-stock rate is always terrible. And for those of you who don't know what your IPI score is, measured on a number of things. It's measured on stranded inventory. It's measured on in-stock rate, measured on sell-through rate, and then also on is it like overstock rate or something like that. Now my sell-through rate is not my sell-through rate. Is it my in-stock rate is absolutely terrible because I never delete any listings. I've got well over 1,000 listings active, and only probably about 300 of them are actually. I've got way over 1,000 listings which are inactive, and I've probably got about 300 which are actually active. So it's really important to go through these and delete them as much as possible. As soon as you sell out of a product, delete it, and IPI obviously helps your, or not obviously.
Sam, can you repeat that? Your internet crapped out. Can you repeat that last sentence you said?
Yeah. So whenever you sell something from, or whenever you go out of stock on a product, you want to go through and delete all the listings, because it's going to improve your in-stock rate, and your IPI score indirectly affects your buy box winning percentages. So it's definitely worth doing that. So I'm literally going through mine now, and then I'm just deleting sort of hundreds of listings at a time. And there is, it's well worth doing this. So it's definitely worth going through and just trying to delete as many of these as possible. And what I would say is there is actually a tool. Yes. There is actually a tool in the Seller Smart software which does do this for you as well. So it's definitely, there's lots of stuff the software can do, which is going to help you out massively. And this is definitely one of them. And I should probably be using it right now instead of doing it manually, to be honest. But that was a very quick talking point, but I thought I'd mention it as that's exactly what I'm doing right now as we're on the live.
For sure. Tiki said, Jack, I definitely recommend joining the club. It's 100% worth it and far better than my previous Amazon FBA mentorship. Thank you very much, Tiki. I appreciate you. Genuinely, guys, the by far the biggest feedback we get is I've done multiple people's mentorships, and ours by far blows it out of the water. As I say, there is no other company offers a mentorship like ours. There's literally not another one that does it. So thank Tiki. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Who's Tiki?
I actually don't know.
They're hiding under an alt account.
Unless, of course, they're talking about someone else's mentorship.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know.
But I don't think so. Storm on Discord.
Storm? There's definitely not our mentorship.
Right. Oh, Lily, I'm on the tube, guys, but still logged on. Oh, okay, all right. Hello, Lily. Thank you for joining. Storm on Discord. I don't know why I can hear your clicker. Mine's completely silent.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it's not really that close to the speaker or anything, so I'm not really sure why it's pinging away. But yeah, Storm, unfortunately, you're not in our mentorship, so you've got a lot to learn, my friend. There's only one real mentorship which is going to be better than anything else you've done. So get to know.
Oh no, it is ours. It's Pratik.
Oh,
there you go. You were just throwing shade. Pratik, in your one-to-one chat, you give Sam what for that.
He's hiding. I didn't know who it was, but now it makes sense. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
Legend. Yeah, thank you for taking. I really appreciate that, mate. All right, so I'll tell you what, we talk a lot about the basics. A lot of people in this call have been going for long enough now that they would like to know how to effectively utilize some reports. So Sam, what's your day-to-day process or weekly process with the reports that you follow? Probably your VA at this point, but
tell my VA to do it.
Yeah.
So the main reports which you kind of want to use are going to be the return report. That's super important. You want to look at the reimbursement report. Again, super important. I'll go through these in a bit more detail in a minute. So return report, reimbursement report. You want to look at the order removal detail report, inventory ledger report, and they're probably the main ones. I'll go through why. So your inventory ledger, that's super important because it tells you all of your stock movements. It tells you where everything is at any one time. So it's really good for chasing up stock. If you feel like something's gone missing from your inventory, which occasionally it does happen, you can look at your inventory ledger report and it will tell you where the stock's moved to and from and sort of where it is. So that's super helpful. Also, like if you're waiting for, I don't know, so a product to get returned from a customer, again, the inventory ledger report will pick that up. So again, super helpful. And then we've got the order removal detail report. Again, all these videos are helpful. I don't have to keep saying it. Order removal detail report tells you whenever you create a removal order, and generally removal orders are going to be from products which are either in your stranded or in unfulfillable. That's generally why you're going to get them removed. That is such a good report because it tells you exactly the order removal number. It tells you the dates the removal order was put in place. It then tells you exactly if it's been shipped and dispatched or not, and then it breaks down all the shipments as well. So let's say you do one removal order for, I don't know, 30 products. They can come in, let's say 5 shipments, 5 boxes. It's then going to give you the tracking numbers for each of the 5 boxes, what units are supposed to be in each box, and all of that information. And that is super important. You want to stay on top of that as much as possible, and you want to make sure you're not leaking any of those products. You need to make sure. So whenever we get an order removal, my VA goes into the report and then adds it to our spreadsheet. And that way we can track exactly what's due to come back and what comes back. And it's kind of like a prep sheet in a way, because it tells us what's due to arrive and how many units, when it's supposed to arrive, tracking numbers, all that sort of stuff. So we can track and we can stay on top of it. If anything doesn't get delivered or doesn't get sent, we can stay on top of that. And you'll find there's quite often products don't actually get sent, or they get sent, but then they get lost and they don't actually arrive to you. And I can imagine a lot of people probably don't even track that, so they wouldn't even have a clue. Like once they create the removal order, they kind of just leave it at that. But yeah, a lot of stuff does go missing. So whenever it does, you want to be getting reimbursed for that stock as well. So again, another really good report. And then you've got your what are the other 2 reports? I said removal order. I said return report. I can't remember what the other one was. Return report, really good because this obviously monitors and manages all of your customer returns. You can see the exact reason why the product was returned, or the reason the customer used anyway to create the customer return. You can see dates, the amounts, order numbers, names, everything like that. And then that way you can know when it was returned, when it was actually sent back to Amazon, when they received it, when the refund was given. And then if for some reason the product wasn't returned, you can see it from there. So then you know when the 45 days are up, or when you can actually claim the reimbursement if they don't give you an auto reimbursement. So again, return report, super important. Now, what was the second one I mentioned? Return report, reimbursement report. Again, reimbursement report is really good. Whenever you get reimbursement, you generally get an email and it says you have been reimbursed, or there's been like a reimbursement, what do they call it? Like a reimbursement removal or something like that. So whenever you get that, again, you want to go into your reimbursement report and see what the reimbursement is. A lot of the time, the reimbursement's not going to match what your cost of goods are. So it's a really important report to stay on top of. Whenever we get reimbursed, again, we've got another spreadsheet which we track. We track all of our reimbursements, exactly how much has been reimbursed in the last day, week, month, year, and so on. So we can stay on top of that. And if the reimbursement is low, super low, like it depends. If it's like, I don't know, let's say you bought like a £40 product, so the cogs are £40, Amazon refunded £35, then I probably wouldn't fight that. I'll just take that on the chin. Whereas if you buy a £40 product and Amazon give you a reimbursement of like a fiver, then yeah, I'm hitting Amazon up and I'm trying to get more for that reimbursement. So you want to stay on top of it. For minor differences, I just don't think it's worth the hassle on the aggro, because a lot of the time they don't really do anything. It's only when the difference is massive is when seller support and people actually look into it and want to get it sorted out. So yeah, those are the 4 reports, which I think really important, really good to know your way around and really good to track. So yeah, make sure if you're not already, get on them and understand how they work, because they will, they make a big difference. And a lot of it, to be honest, is down to like leakage. But yeah, either way, they make a big difference. So you want to get to know.
Jack, you said, how can I arrange a call with you guys? Jay in our team usually is responsive to DMs, but I can't get hold of her at the moment. So I'll drop you a message on TikTok. If you give us a message back, we'll set up a call. I might be a bit busy today, so either Sam can have a call with you later or Reese will. Are you free later on, Sam?
Yep, I'll be free.
All right, cool. Usually I do a lot of our sales calls, but I've just got too much baby planning stuff to do. But yeah, it'd be really great to have a chat with you. Anyone else who wants to talk about our mentorship, we've got group and one-to-one, so be sure to let us know. FM got Philips in Milwaukee ungated this morning, buzzing. That's really good. Milwaukee is a really good brand. I've sold a lot of that. I've sold a fair bit of Philips. I haven't had the best luck with Philips. I got quite a few returns with it. Do you have that problem?
It depends on the product, to be honest with you. Like Philips Hue, those types of products, I think are just absolutely garbage. I absolutely hate them. The returns are just through the roof every single time. So I don't like Philips Hue at all. But general Philips, I don't really have any issues with. And yeah, they're pretty good for the most part. I'd be interested to know how much did the ungate cost for Philips?
Yeah, good question, FM. If you're still here, how much did you get for the ungate? How much did you pay for the ungate? Yeah, for me, it was like shavers, razors. I just always got loads of returns with hair in them and stuff. So I was like, for Christ's sake.
So I just use them, mate. Use them personal.
I do, yeah. I've actually got the razor I use now is a dodgy return that I cleaned up.
I like the old pubic ones, mate. Give them to the missus. She loves them.
Elliot said, I'm so unbiased. Jack's going to have a call with you guys. Elliot, I appreciate you, brother. I will drop you a message on Discord because, I'll drop you a message on Discord. Brody, I've got a call tomorrow at 4. Awesome. Very cool, Brody. It would be good to have a chat. Good to get you on board. Terry coming in on YouTube with the jokes as always. I'm not going to say that because I don't know how stuffy TikTok is. It is weird, isn't it? We live in such a sensorial time where you have to be really careful with what you say. Like it's like everyone using the internet as a child who can't handle bad words.
I know the amount of times my account's been flagged for. I've not even said anything that inappropriate, to be honest, and it still flags my account. It's it's very frustrating.
How long are you available for today, Sam? It's 12:30. What time have you got?
I've got until 1 o'clock because I need to dismantle some furniture before someone comes and picks it up.
I need to go get the remaining baby stuff today, and I might be booking a Tesla test day.
You got sucked in already from one conversation this morning.
Yeah, Cal's got me into the idea, and now I want one.
I think I would, so annoyingly, like when I bought my car, I PCP it. When I got that, it was like 4 years ago, and I wasn't really in a position to be. I guess I didn't know. I guess it was a lot of it was knowledge. I didn't really understand about the whole tax saving of electric cars or anything like that, and I sort of never went down that route. And I always wish I did, but obviously I'm getting rid of my car and I need to buy a new one in Ibiza. But it's a bit frustrating because I want to try and make use of the electric car thing, and I wonder. I don't really know how that would work while being
We
in
had a
Ibiza.
look. We had a look today. So, guys, to give you context, Cal found Tesla is doing a deal right now where you can get a Model 3 for £2,000 deposit and £250 a month on lease. But that's on personal. If you get it through the business, it was like 3 times more expensive. So I don't think we're going to do it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do it through the business e-car scheme. I don't think.
Okay, interesting. I need to speak to my accountant actually because I need to get a new car when I'm in Ibiza because I can only take my car over for 6 months at a time. Well, not 6 months at a time, just 6 months total. Then after that, I need to get rid of it. So I was going to sell. I was going to sell it anyway, but I need to buy one when I'm out there, and I'm wondering if I can buy an electric one, and then I can put that through the business somehow. But I'm not really sure how that would work. We could probably lease one, to be fair.
Tiki, what you just said, Reese was telling me to look at the Model Y because of obviously having the baby. The Model Y was like twice the deposit and a lot more expensive on a monthly basis. And I prefer the look of the Model 3. But he's saying he can't fit his cricket kit and his baby stroller in the M3. So now I know that. Now I think maybe that's not the best option.
I would say that is not the best option.
Okay.
Model 3, I don't think it's big enough. So beforehand, we had a BMW X1, which was fine. When we had one baby, that was fine because it's like a mini SUV type thing. But yeah, as soon as you had 2 babies, it wasn't big enough, and I just don't think a Model 3 is going to be big enough. The boot space is just not going to be. It's not going to be there, especially when you've got like a newborn baby, because you've got massive pram and you've got like a big lay down thing. You've got like it's too. Trust me, there's so much stuff you need to carry about when you've got a baby. So it's burst your bubble. I do think you need a bigger car. Now we've got a massive car and it's too big, but it works. But yeah,
Reese was recommending another one. Reese was recommending the Geely. Is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. Is that one of these Temu Range Rovers, which I would not be that fussed on, to be honest?
I just said. Oh no, hold on. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Basically, supposedly they're rivaling or better than Tesla now, but I'd never heard of them. But I like the look of Teslas more.
I've never heard of the one Terry just mentioned. It's the Model S. That does look very nice.
Right, sorry, what did you say? Elliot said, what do you think of uni? I really don't want to go, but obviously parents pressure you. I think the best way is taking a gap year and just telling them to give me a year.
Sorry, go on, Sean. I'm very passionate about this. I'll let you go first, though.
Sam and I will both give our perspectives, right? And I don't want to influence you because that's a really serious life choice. I just want to give you my perspective. When you are 18, you're an adult. So regardless of what your parents say, it's your decision. I got a degree in computing. I barely got a degree in computing. When I graduated, it was during a time where it was almost impossible to get postgrad jobs, even for people with PhDs, master's degrees, and first degrees from uni. So I worked as a delivery driver for 3 years in my department in the delivery driving warehouse. 11 people had 15 degrees collectively between us because everyone had uni degrees, master's degrees, or even PhDs and couldn't get jobs. It was a really rough time in the market. After 3 years, I ended up working for Microsoft. My degree didn't help me get that job once. It was entirely nepotism. And I'm now going to be paying a 9% tax for the rest of my life. Well, probably, a student loan. That's essentially what a student loan is. It's a 9% tax on something that hasn't benefited me once. It has not benefited me getting a job a single time, but it was one of the best experiences of my life. I really enjoyed it, but I think what it's for, it's just not fit for purpose. And in the world we live in with AI now, who the hell knows what jobs are going to exist in 5 years? So to me, getting in crazy amounts of debt or spending a huge amount of money on a degree, I don't know if it's as valuable as it used to be anymore, unless you're going to be a doctor or something like that. But you know, again, who knows? Who knows? People, yeah. I don't want to heavily over influence because it's your choice. Sam, what was your point?
I pretty much kind of what you said. I think for the most part, it's a complete waste of time. So unless you really know what you want to do and you want to go in there and be a doctor, lawyer, something like that, where you generally require you to get a degree, then yeah, I think that's fine. You can do that and you can pursue that because that's going to be helpful. If you're going there to do some generic course just for the sake of going to university, like computing, like Sean did, or I did business and marketing, or just something random, very broad, and no real like exit sort of strategy or plan, I just think it's a complete waste of time. I went to uni. I'd lasted a year. Don't get me wrong, it was the best year of, I wouldn't say best year of my life, but it was an amazing year. I met loads of people, went out far too much. I've got like my good group of mates now, all people who I met from uni. So that aspect was absolutely amazing, and I had a great time. I came out with debt, but it wasn't like crazy debt, so that was fine. And I think when me and Sean went, it was actually a lot cheaper to go. Like they times it by 3, probably like 2. I think 2 years after we went, and all the fees,
1
everything.
year for me. It was the next year after I left. Yeah.
So all the fees then sort of times by 3, and I just don't think it's a good investment at all. You come out with just absolutely shed loads of debt, which it just takes forever to pay off. The degrees don't help, especially a generic one. For me, if I was ever to hire someone, a degree would be absolutely meaningless. I would not care. Like if I owned a business, and I spoke to a lot of people about this as well. If people who own businesses, if they're hiring someone and you've got a choice of someone who's just come out of university with a degree or someone who's just been working the last 3 years or 2 years with experience, the experienced person gets it every single time.
I honestly, so when I worked at Microsoft, part of the job I did was to interview people. So I've done a lot of interviews in my life, right? I interview the people for SellerSmart. I almost don't even bother checking the CV anymore. I don't really care. If they've gotten to the stage where they're talking to me, I want to see how they respond in real life. The CV is just irrelevant. So yeah, I know Gary Vee in his social media, he talks about that. He literally doesn't care what's on your CV. He cares about whether you're smart, whether you can answer questions well and think on the spot.
Yeah, 100%. So for my, it's kind of, I guess, not overly relevant, I suppose. Like when I lived and worked in Australia and I managed hotel, restaurants and bars, and I interviewed a lot of people. A lot of people came in with degrees from like hospitality and travel tourism, all that sort of stuff. And I don't care. I was not interested in that. I wasn't looking at that. For me, it's experience every single time. I think so I've got quite a few friends who went to uni, and I probably do better than the majority of them. And they all laugh at me because I dropped out of uni and I didn't make it for the full 3 years. But in reality now, I do a lot better than most of those guys. And yeah, to be honest, me and Sean probably not helping. Your parents probably don't like us very much, but that's just from our point of view. And if it was my kid, I've got 2 kids, and I would not be pushing them to go to university in the slightest. I would be, if anything, pushing them away from it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's so complicated because it might be really good. I'll tell you guys a little bit of personal stuff that's going on recently, right? My partner and I, we took on a lot of financial risk and pressure because we wanted to fund. I've lost the cool. 1 second. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So my partner and I funded her little sister escaping Venezuela, coming to the UK and having a life here where she could study. It was significantly expensive. It was far more expensive than either of us suspected. It was like a person's salary in a year to get her here and to provide for her. she's just finished her second year at uni. If she doesn't get a placement year job, she can't extend her visa and stay in the UK. So she has to do 2 years of study, a placement year, and then her final year. She's getting a first degree to the level where she's getting 100% in some of her classes. She's unbelievably good. And she has a LinkedIn profile where she's getting like 80,000 impressions on some posts, and she cannot find a job. And that's entirely because of AI. That's what worries me about university. We're spending, like, literally, my partner and I are spending all this money on her to study here. I don't think it's going to help her get a job. And if anything, she's probably going to end up coming to work for us down the line anyway. So that's what makes me concerned about university. I really do think it's a fantastic thing. I don't think it's adapting to AI. And I think if AI is going to take over the conventional job market, I think more and more people are going to become entrepreneurs and business owners. So to me, I'd be like, get ahead of the game and have a business. That's just me, though. Obviously, I'm just one person's opinion. And I don't know what career you would want to do. I don't know what your parents would want you to do.
Yeah, and if I had an option to restart college and everything again, I would pick a trade, and I would always go down the trade route. I think becoming like electrician or something like that. A lot of my mates who never went to uni and do electrician, plumbing, stuff like that, have then created businesses and sort of scaled those businesses, and they all do really, really well. So do
you know what's really scary though? Loads of gigantic tech CEOs who were saying with AI, don't learn to code, go and learn to be a plumber. Now there's a lot of robots who are doing carpentry and plumbing, and it's only going to get better. So it's like, what job is safe? Who knows?
Yeah, but I feel like to an extent, but AI can't build houses. AI can't do basic plumbing jobs, and AI can't do roofing and all of that. Yeah, I think we're a long, long way away from that, surely.
Maybe China is advancing very quickly. Rent boy. And again, it's like NVIDIA have done this thing, which is crazy, where they created like a virtual world for robots, for AI, where AI can test how to do different things, tens of thousands of iterations. It's a form of machine learning, and it can learn how to do a task way, way faster than it used to be able to do. And now as soon as it learns, that spreads over the cloud of the robots in the cloud, and all of them learn it at once. So I think the growth is going to be exponential. I think it's going to be really alarming how quickly this all changes. But we're in the UK, China is going to adapt this tomorrow. China already has robots walking around the city. In the UK, it's probably going to be quite a while because we're slow to adapt. We're slow to technology, but who knows? Sorry, Sam, I just wanted to say, just because we got a couple of questions building up.
Yeah, go for it.
Jack said, I'm at uni right now doing business and marketing. That's what my partner's sister's doing. Going into your fourth year, only went because I'm Scottish and it's free apart from student loan. Yes, if you're in Scotland and it's free, absolutely, definitely do it, 100%.
Yeah, it's free.
Elliot said, I would have done business and marketing if I go. Seems like so many people do it. Yeah, and like literally, that's what Maria, my partner's little sister, does. And like the course is good. The course is good. They talk a lot about AI. But I mean, as I say, she's getting like 100% in her results, and she's unable to get a placement year job. And everyone she knows is struggling to get one because they're just not as abundant as they used to be. Tiki, Car Talk, BYD.
That's car BYD his brand.
BYD C Line. What's that?
Yeah, they're good actually. I wouldn't actually mind one of them. BYD C Line. They're like a big. Big electric car, and they're generally pretty good value. I see a lot of them nowadays.
I am completely ignorant to cars. I'm not a car guy. I just don't really care. I want the inside to be comfortable, and I want it to be not expensive to run it. So looking into this new world of
if you're going electric and you're not really fussed on anything, a lot of people really laugh at it, but I honestly just go for one of these Chinese cars, to be honest. I think BYD would be good. And then there's that JQ. Again, everyone calls it a Temu range because it kind of does look like a Temu range. But I think they're pretty good value for money, pretty cheap. And
Hard to
Yeah.
insure, apparently.
Is that right? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I've heard a lot of people were struggling to insure JQ.
Yeah, interesting.
But I mean, the CEO of Ford went to China and said he was completely humbled by their electronic car market because it's so far ahead of us.
Oh yeah, it'd be miles ahead.
Do you know Shanghai doesn't have a smog problem anymore because everyone's driving electric cars? Literally, no one talks about that. But do you remember how bad that was before?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Everyone says that when you go to China, it blows your mind. I would be interested to go.
I've got one of my cousins is literally the most interesting man you would ever meet. I'm going to do a podcast with him with my friend. He does these all crazy adventure journeys. Like he owns a pack of wolves. He ended up on the news because he was scaling a Scottish mountain with his pack of wolves. Crazy cool guy. And he hates China. He hates it. He thinks it's an absolute hole. But the major cities are developing really quickly.
Yeah, 100%. So Lumol said, does Josiah, Harv, or Tom, why do they do better rev, Aiden, TFT? I don't really understand. Does Josiah, Harv, or Tom, why do they do better rev, Aiden, TFT? It doesn't really make much sense, your question, mate, to be honest with you. But I know all of those guys, and there's only one guy in there who I would trust, and that's the guy at the end. Why do they do better rev? Why do they do better rev than me? Wow, there's probably loads of people who does better rev than me. I don't know. They've scaled it better than me, or they've scaled it more than me. Like,
do they calculate their leakage properly?
Yeah, exactly. I know the first three, and I would avoid them with a barge pole. Revenue doesn't mean anything, to be honest with you. Certainly not trustable. Aiden, I know Aiden. I speak to him a fair bit. He's a really nice guy. He does it with a guy called Harrison. Both really nice guys.
Is that Aiden TFT, did you say?
Yeah, Aiden TFT. I did a YouTube video with both of those guys, actually. But I think, look, it depends. It depends what they want out of their Amazon business, right? So for me, I've been at 2 million rev, or roughly 2 million for the last 3 years, and that's what I cap it at. Like, I've got no intention of going much more than that. Those guys, they're a lot younger. They're pushing and driving to do big numbers, which is fantastic. Like, really great for them. But for me, I've capped it at 2 mil just because that's what I want to do. Any more than that, it means I'm gonna have to work a lot harder. It's gonna mean I'm gonna have to hire more people. It's gonna be more aggro, and I don't want that. Like, for me, this is a lifestyle business. I'd much rather make money on Amazon and then take that money out and invest into other businesses. Well, not other businesses, but yeah, invest into other things, and do a few more things. He says, why aren't they trustable, dodgy sites? I don't really want to go into too much detail about it. I just know the types of products they sell. I know where they buy certain things from. I know their methods, and yeah, it's not looking good. Let's be honest. It only takes a Section 3 or Amazon start asking them for invoices and stuff like that, and yeah, they're not going to have a leg to stand on, to be honest with you. You need to be careful with some people. Like we mentioned earlier in the call, for every one mentor, there's going to be 5 dodgy ones, and it's probably even more than 5 dodgy ones. I can count probably 7 off the top of my head straight away who you need to stay sort of well clear of. But yeah.
Tiki, I had a look at the car you suggested. It does look cool. I think I probably would go Tesla though. Elliot said, I've been telling my parents I would just drop out if I see Amazon grow a lot before end of uni. So literally 0 point, I would just go into debt. In that case, why would they be opposed to you taking a year to try and work on your Amazon and maybe live a little life? Having a gap year, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I did. Did I do a gap year? No, I didn't do a gap year. A lot of my mates did though. And I think, yeah, gap year is good.
Woyan said, with all honesty, AI can't do everything yet. I do agree with you. It is the worst it's ever going to be right now, though. It's only going to get better. I do agree with you though. I see what you're saying. Some people are not like, there's going to be AI humanoid robots and stuff, and some people are just not going to be able to connect with them because some people won't care. Other people will know that they are AI. There are probably going to be jobs that AI can't do. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but I do see what you're saying. AI can't do everything. Prime Suspect, long time no see. Welcome to the live. What should I look for in a prep center? Prep Smart, my friend. You should join Prep Smart. Prep Smart, our prep center. Join it, my friend. Come on, you've been in our lives all the time. You know us by now. Join it. Elliot, I'll be honest. The person you said was all right. I was under the impression to avoid them. That was to you, Sam.
I don't know what their mentorship's like. I know what they're like as people. I've had calls with them. They're nice guys. But again, I don't really know how much they teach or what their mentorship is. Yeah, I don't really know what their mentorship's like at all. I just know who they are, and they're nice guys. I'd be interested to know why you've been told to avoid them. But again, you don't really know anyone, do you? It's very hard to trust people in this sort of space, which we completely understand. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know why you thought it best to avoid them.
Prime Suspect, I was only playing, by the way. I would like you to join our prep center, but if you're going to look for one, all of the problems that myself and other people in the team had with prep centers, manual data entry, really, really annoying. Our prep center is automated. You don't have to do manual data entry. Good communication. A prep center needs to be really good communication. And just like your car tires, just like a mattress, and just like your shoes, cheap is not good. You do not want cheap. Ours isn't even expensive. It's pretty standard market price. But with a prep center, you are putting your business model in their hands. You do not want to go cheap option. You want to go good reputation, good systems, good communication, and fast turnaround. We have incredibly fast turnaround, great communication, automation that no other prep center has, and we are fairly priced on the market. So definitely have a call with us at some point if you're interested. James Warren, how are you meant to scale quick when I've been waiting nearly 2 weeks for my first products to sell? James, welcome to the live, my friend. I have no idea how well you analyzed your product listing. Are you doing arbitrage or private label? How well did you analyze the listing? I don't know. I don't know how fast the product sells. I don't know how much competition is on it. I don't know if your buy box price matched or if your price too expensive. I don't know how many units you bought versus a larger seller on the listing with more reviews and more products. There are loads of different factors that go into how quickly you're going to sell it. What you can do is you can go to Keeper and you can filter it by the time that you've been trying to sell it. So you said a week. Over the last week, scroll over the buy box line and see if your company name appears. If it appears, that means you're getting buy box time, but the product just isn't selling in that window, which is it's normal. It's e-commerce. Loads of different factors, mate. But yeah, maybe we could help you figure that out. Elliot said, I guess you learn. Rawtile said, my Amazon business makes no money. Rawtile, okay, welcome to the live, mate. Again, loads of different factors to why that could be. Are you manufacturing your margin? Are you getting the products as cheaply as you could? Are you keeping on top of your leakage? Are you keeping on top of your returns, your reimbursements, your lost stock? Are you getting claims for them and reimbursing them? Are you buying products with enough margin that you can play with that? So 30% minimum return on investment is what we advise to aim for. Are you getting good at sourcing? Are you tracking your data? Are you constantly using discount gift cards, coupons, cashback, NHS discounts, student discount, referral codes, email newsletters? There are so many different ways to manufacture your margin to be profitable enough. Obviously, I have no idea about your unique situation. There could be loads of reasons for that, but have a look into the things that I've just suggested to you. James Warren, cheers, bro. No problem at all, my friend. Thank you for joining the live. James, am I following you? I am now. James, I've given you a follow if you want to follow us back. If you ever want to chat about anything, just let me know. Prime Suspect, I'll give you a shout out ASAP. Amazing. Yeah, please do, brother. Thank you very much. Good to see you as well, mate. I haven't seen you around. What have you been up to lately?
I do have to jump off, mate.
Okay, so last one, Rawtile said, I just never find good products. Very normal in the beginning. Amazon is a skill. You have to get good at the skill. practice 1 or 2 methods and just stick to them and nail them. We like email newsletter sourcing, Keeper for A to A, and storefront sourcing with SellerAmp SaaS. And yeah, just keep practicing. I just sent you a checklist of things that you need to do to get the product to be cheap enough. Make sure you're utilizing that, and make sure you download all the free stuff in our server. Sam has to go now, guys. So I really appreciate your time today. And Sam, thank you for your time as well.
Thank you, mate. And just an update. Tomorrow, I will hit 7 million in lifetime revenue.
Really?
Yeah. Got
Very
another
cool.
6K to do, 6K to go. And that should be done by tomorrow. It should be pretty cool.
Are you going to celebrate in any way?
No, probably not. No, maybe when I get to 1 million in overall profit, then I might have a little celebration.
Yeah. How far off are you from that, do you think?
I've got another 200K to go.
Okay, fair enough. So you'll get there next year latest?
Yes.
Well, maybe even by Q4, who knows? Maybe
Probably.
A bit optimistic.
Yeah, optimistic. But yeah, next year that will happen.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you ever so much for your time.
Guys.
We've got a free Discord community if you want to join. Drop us a follow and drop us a message if you want to have a call about any services. We've got group coaching, one-to-one coaching. We only have 5-star reviews in our company for 2+ years in operations. And yeah, have a really good day, guys. Thank you very much for joining.
Cheers, guys. See you later.